7 things that every RVer should buy from Harbor Freight. So Harbor Freight's been around for over 30 years. But when you say Harbor Freight, my brain immediately goes to discount, cheap tools. However, they've really been upping their games, and the quality of tools that you can get from Harbor Freight is competing with some of the major brands in the market. And as we all know, with RVing, you need some gear and you need some tools. So let's go over 7 tools that are a great value from Harbor Freight that you should have in your toolbox. So the first item are these pair of nitrile coated gloves. Now the reason I like these is because the nitrile coated gloves are durable. They hold up to a lot of wear and tear, hooking up the trailer, messing with things on the RV. They're super dexterous. What I really like about these from Harbor Freight is they're a 3-pack for $6. That means each pair of gloves is $2 a piece. And more importantly, they come in 2 different sizes. It's not a one size fits all. So you have small, medium, and large, extra large. And it's perfect because those people with small hands or large hands can get a glove that actually fits their hands better. And a glove that fits is a glove you're gonna wear. In addition, they come in this awesome mint green color, which means that no one's gonna steal your gloves. They're always gonna be where you left them. Item number 2 is a folding 4-way lug wrench. The 4 different sockets is important because oftentimes the lug nut on your trailer is not the same as on your tow vehicle. And if you don't have the right one, you know you're not gonna be getting it off. I like the collapsible ones from Harbor Freight because they fold up super slim and they can just tuck away into the trunk of your car or into the basement of your RV. Make sure you also scrounge up a length of pipe to keep with it so that you can use it as leverage, because sometimes the length of this 4-way is not enough to get big truck tires off. Wheel chocks are another great thing that you should pick up from Harbor Freight. These solid rubber ones are a great value. Now I like these solid rubber chocks over the plastic yellow ones that you see around because they're heavy. They can't be blown away by the wind. We used the plastic yellow ones for a while, and we had a thunderstorm roll through one night, and even though I pounded the yellow ones underneath the trailer tire, the wind blew them out, and therefore my trailer was no longer chocked. So I really like the rubber ones because they're heavy enough to stay in place, the wind's not going to blow them off, and they're super inexpensive when you get them from Harbor Freight. Zip ties are kind of like duct tape and WD-40. You never know when you're going to need them, but you're always glad that you have them. Whether it's tightening up a wiring harness or temporarily fixing something that's broken, such as an awning or a cabinet door, you can never have too many zip ties. Now, if you've ever seen the YouTube channel Project Farm, he does a lot of comparison testing between products. Zip ties were one of them. The Harbor Freight ones came out on top as a significant value, and at only 2 cents a piece at regular price, or 1.5 cents a piece on sale. $2 for 100 zip ties is a phenomenal price, and you're not gonna beat that anywhere else for the value you get in the quality of zip ties. And if you wanna connect and interact with other RVers talking about gear, DIY projects, best practices, jump on over to the RV Gear and Far group. I'll make sure to put a link in the video description. All right, number 5 is a ratcheting cargo bar. So these things are super handy. It's got one pole slid into another with a ratchet, and they are awesome for securing things in the back of a pickup truck or within the trunk of an SUV. I've even seen some pop-up campers use 2 of these as additional supports for the slide-out beds. Now you will see over time that the ratchet mechanism may start to get hard to move. Grab yourself some lubricant and lubricate all the joints and moving pieces on here because the metal on metal contact can sometimes make them hard to use. All right, here's a bonus one I thought of while I was filming this. Grab yourself a bucket of chain from Harbor Freight and some quick links, and in under 5 minutes, add over 80 tie downs to the bed of your truck. If you want to check out that DIY project, I did a whole video on it. I'll put a link in the description box below, but here's what it looks like installed. So the next thing you want to pick up are some socket adapters. Some like this and some like this. Now these ones attach into your drill and allow you to put sockets onto your drill or impact driver. They're super handy. They come in a 3-pack so you can get 1/2 inch, 3/8, or 1/4 inch. I really like using these socket adapters with the drill to take lug nuts off after I've broken them loose with the 4-way. Makes it a lot quicker to take those nuts off. The other kind allow you to enlarge or reduce the socket end. So if you only have a 1/4 inch ratchet but a 3/8 inch socket, you can use an enlarger, put it on the socket, and now it will accept a 3/8 inch socket. Super handy and something you'll use more often than you think once you have them. So this last one's kind of a 3-parter. We've got a breaker bar, a torque wrench, and extensions. Now, torque wrench is awesome, for obvious reasons. You can then go around and check the torque on the lug nuts of your tow vehicle and of your trailer. The ones from Harbor Freight are super affordable, and everyone should have one in their toolkit. And when you're done with your torque wrench, make sure you release it back to 0. Now the reason that you need a breaker bar is because you're not supposed to use a torque wrench to undo torqued bolts. So this is only to put them on and torque them to the right specification. You really should be using a breaker bar to break them loose. Now the reason that I put extensions on this list is because sometimes, even with deep sockets, taking the lug nuts off of a wheel on your trailer or your vehicle, it puts the wrench too close to the wheel and you bust your knuckles on that tire. If you get an extension, you can bring it out a few inches, clear that tire, and I promise it'll make your life so much easier when you're taking those lug nuts on and off if you're not busting your knuckles on the wheel and rim of the tire. You can't go wrong getting a deep socket set either, one that's going to have the correct size, because I almost guarantee that it's not going to be the same as your vehicle. There you go, guys. 7 things that every RVer needs to get from Harbor Freight. If you're getting some value from this video, I appreciate it if you show me some appreciation down below. Consider hitting that subscribe button. Until next time, I'm Joshua. Take care and happy trails.